endlessly searching for an original soul.
But the feeling of fresh cloth against my back is a good one. A natural one.
No?
No? Oh no.
This is getting weird. I don't need to hear a description of the clothes.
It feels like a school uniform, as it should! It's not much different from what I used to wear before. That goes for other things too. So far, this place seems more or less like a normal school! Who could have guessed?
Could someone please start a counter for every time we've had to say that? I think we're up to 11.
Except for the people.
Oh, for the love of God. Stop that.
I think back to my talk with Kenji yesterday. Misha's constant laughter, and Shizune's sweeping... Oh.
Sorry. YouTube's deciding to be a prick right now. I don't know why it's turning itself off. There we go.
Oh,
Let me keep it.
I guess Pickle Rick just broke the chat. Rest in peace, Pickle Rick. Hope you find the rat soon.
There you go. Now you can do it again.
I think back to my talk with Kenji yesterday. Misha's constant laughter and Shizune's sweeping sign language gestures.
Then I have no idea what she's saying.
Well, I've only met 3 students so far. Maybe they aren't that normal, but I'm sure the others are.
Maybe they aren't that normal. Dude, what a dick.
Dude, there is no such thing as normal. Get out of here.
Ableist?
Or perhaps... You gosh dang ableist. Or perhaps people like them are what passes for normal around here.
This guy's gonna get his ass kicked.
Yeah. What does pass for normal around here? What do people do? I didn't see a lot of kids hanging around after classes yesterday, so maybe there are clubs. And if so, I wonder if I should join one.
Isn't it like a mandatory thing in Japanese schools to be in a club?
Some. Depends on the school. All through class, the question remains on my mind, so I decided to ask Shizune about it when we split into groups.
And she for some reason looks at me like I'm an idiot.
After all, she did say if I had anything I want to know, I should ask her.
You were getting so much information out of her.
Yeah, she's... She crosses her arms and shifts her gaze slowly to Misha, who looks more preoccupied with trying to grind the eraser of her pencil down, so the top is perfect and evenly flat.
Oh good, we have one that's OCD. She is pissed. Woo, she's pissed. Sorry, Shi-chan. Is there something you wanted from me? Oh, I see. That's a good question, He-chan. So she did understand what he was asking. So she can read lips.
My first thought is that means she doesn't know, which is worrying. Maybe I'm being too negative. Well, anyway, Misha, please don't prove me right.
Oh, that's right. Everyone is encouraged to join a club. A lot of people do so because there isn't really anything else to do. There are also school events, like the festival coming up in a few days. Almost every student in the school tends to help out with it, doing whatever. So, you actually transferred in at a busy time. Maybe you can help out too.
Sure. What's the festival about?
Wait, what? When did Toast say That Rick was a lolly.
No. What he's saying is, whenever I said Pickle Rick, which was in Half Man earlier, said something about Pickle Rick and then YouTube crashed. Whenever I said that earlier, it reminded Tatsu of Loli Rick, which I didn't know was a thing. So I may have to look that one up.
Are you talking about when he was Tiny Rick?
No, it's probably a joke, probably an off branch of the joke.
Yeah,
Probably
I've not
something on
heard
the
that one.
internet,
So
not
what
on
do
the
you
show.
I've not heard that one.
I hope. I'd be really concerned if Rick and Morty had Loli Rick in it. Just saying.
Well, the show does like to be really fucked up.
What's the festival about?
Disabilities? Yeah, I like that she's looking at you like you're retarded.
Disabilities? Misha freezes.
Ah! Oh god, I can't do it really loud because everyone's asleep. I don't know, He-chan. The truth is, it's a local event, and I'm not from this area, so...
Could you ask class Shizune there? Yeah.
And your one little sign, which actually means nothing?
She starts signing desperately to Shizune, asking her to bail her out. Shizune adjusts her glasses at the end of an oddly grandiose flourish, and starts signing hard and heavy.
Bitch, it's about something I don't know. Oh, okay. Oh, huh? Oh. Who cares?
Misha puffs out her chest as she shouts Shizune's words out at me with a disproportionate amount of pride. Too loud. I can see heads turning to look in our direction.
Oh, that's what it means. Okay.
Not so loud. Goodness.
What? She's not gonna hear me. God, I'm so glad that's not what it said. Human beings evolve with each new generation. The ideals and beliefs behind a festival will eventually change with time. Lazy, look it up. Now, it's about delicious fried food and amusing little games that you play to win prizes. So it's a fucking carnival.
The teacher clears his throat very loudly, batting his long wooden pointer against his other palm like a baton. He shoots a pointed gaze at it. Finally noticing where we are, Misha stifles a yelp and quickly quiets down. Shizune doesn't seem embarrassed at all, though, brushing it off without a care.
What's she gonna do, get yelled at? She ain't gonna hear it.
She'll hear it, she just can't say anything about it.
Not Shizune, she literally will not hear it.
Oh yeah, she's deaf. You're right. I mixed her up with the blind kid. Sorry, Kenji.
We're in the middle of class and should start working. That's right, Shi-chan. What? That's right. He-chan, are you asking because you're interested in joining a club?
No.
Congratulations. Oh, look, what the fuck is that face for? Oh my god.
She's adorable. Can we keep her? She's adorable.
No, you have to feed and walk it every day.
Oh, man.
You gotta learn sign language to talk to it.
It could have been my eyes playing tricks on me, but I think I saw a suspicious glance exchanged between them. Misha's tone was also changed, although it does that every other word anyway, so... Yeah, I was thinking about it. Misha and Shizune look at each other again. I'm about to ask what they have in mind when something dark flutters in my peripheral vision, catching my attention. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the girl with long dark hair get up from her desk and slip silently towards the door. doesn't seem like she was working in any group, and no one seems to notice her but me. I glance at the teacher, who's also looking at the dark-haired girl go. Why doesn't he say anything?
He-chan, is something wrong?
Do I look as uneasy as I feel?
Yes.
Or was Misha just looking at me, looking after the girl who left? No, nothing.
No. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I had to move my mic. Okay, well, like we were asking, you don't have any plans for lunch today, do you?
I thought I would go to the library and pick up some books.
What are books?
Not really.
Do you want to have lunch together then?
Sure.
Yay! Okay, He-chan, perfect.
The rest of class passes uneventfully. The girl with the long hair never came back.
She was sick of our bullshit.
Ours in particular. Before I have the time to put any more thought into where she could have gone, the teacher informs us that it's time to stop working. Shizune looks more than a little annoyed that we only just barely finished all of our work on time. I'm just glad we finished it at all. It's not a contest or anything.
Yes, it is, He-chan.
Impossible.
Really?
Really. I've noticed this before, but it's kind of funny how Misha always moving her hands and signing not only everything she says, but what anyone else is saying at any given time.
That's what an interpreter does. This guy's fucking dense.
It's okay.
Didn't he even
he's
say
okay.
something about her not being her? He thought she wasn't an interpreter or something.
I don't know. Obviously, it must be so Shizune can understand it. Her eyes dart back and forth between Misha's hands and me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be looking at. I'm talking to Misha, but that might be wrong. Maybe I should face Shizune?
Depending on which one you're addressing.
I'm used to looking in the direction of the person whose voice I'm hearing, but really...
It's supposed to be whichever one you're addressing. Hold on, sorry. Had to move Miko.
Oh boy. Shizune can't hear me, but it would be disrespectful to talk to her only through Misha. Then again, isn't that what she's doing? No, at least she's at least looking at it. This is all very confusing and will take some time to get used to.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
It's not a contest, because contests are competitions over a prize. If there's no prize on the line, then it's not really a contest. Shizune's eyes flash dangerously with a competitive glare. She stares at me, as if surprised that I'm challenging her. I think maybe this is a contest to her.
Oh no. She is a little adorable.
I never noticed before how dark and blue her eyes are. Truly an alluring gaze.
Are you sure, He-chan?
Very sure.
We're gonna take you down, bitch. You're wrong, He-chan, because I don't want to be the slowest one in the class. Therefore, what's on the line is my confidence in my abilities, and the prize is the satisfaction of proving them. Well,
Nice.
I will say, Tatsu, it is kind of rare to see people that use sign language. Cause again, I'm used to using it, but I don't think I've really ever seen anyone else use it in my town.
Shizune pushes her glasses up the bridge of her nose in a very matter-of-fact way.
She'd be the bitchy one, wouldn't she?
I don't know. I'd argue more, but the bell rings, and she quickly gets up and picks her bag, looking at me expectantly. I had almost forgotten that I was supposed to have lunch with them. Which means I can argue more with them.
Alright. Where do you want to eat?
The cafeteria?
That's boring.
That's a trick question.
That's so plain. Okay, let's go.
Plain? Well, I guess. What are my options? At my old school, I liked to eat outside, near the back of the building. It was a good spot, but I didn't find it until near the end of my freshman year. I wonder if there's a similar place to eat here. Misha seems to imply as much.
Yeah, you would think she would show him.
Shizune and Misha pull me towards the cafeteria, which is surprisingly not packed. Maybe some students favor eating in classroom or outdoors. I saw some of my classmates had boxed lunches. After we finish eating, Misha picks up where we left off earlier. Arguing.
So, Hee-chan, you wanted to know about clubs and stuff, right?
This is not arguing. I came here for a fight, dang it.
Right, you're never getting laid. Right, Chi-chan. Okay, I guess that makes sense to ask first.
Exchanging little nods of confirmation, they turn to face me again, and Misha straightens her posture as if she's about to deliver a speech.
Hee-chan, do you have anything you're really interested in?
I used to play soccer, but I'm not really into it. I don't follow the teams and players or anything like that. And as of late, I usually just read a lot.
There is a book club, right, Chi-chan? Right. But it seems like they have all the members they can possibly have right now. Sorry, Hee-chan. It's a really popular club.
Darn.
Sorry, I'm reading. I came here for a good argument. No, you came here for an argument. Yeah, okay. But more to the point, Hee-chan, does this mean that you don't have anything already in mind? I know you just arrived yesterday and we haven't told you what the clubs are.
Hey, you want to join our club, Hee-chan?
We'll teach you sign language.
We've got a cool club for you over here, if you want it, Hee-chan.
No, wait, did I say his name right? Wrong? No.
No,
Don't
I
make
know.
fun of the way I say Hee-chan, bitch.
Not really.
I'll call you Bitch-chan. See? She's down for it. Good, great. That's great, Hee-chan. Really great. I can't do that too loud.
Why is it so great? Am I missing something?
No reason. Well, Hee-chan, other than clubs and upcoming festivals, there is one thing. Student council.
Oh dear. I see.
I don't think they have a
didn't-
hentai club.
I didn't know this school had a student council. That was very melodramatic setup, though, just to tell me that.
It is an anime.
So, are we... I'm pretty sure the two of them know this, but Shizune looks a little embarrassed about it, and Misha is laughing. Shizune quickly retakes control of the discussion, in a manner of speaking. Get it? Speak. After all, it's still Misha who has the voice, whatever she says.
Right. Hee-chan, maybe you should join the student council. They could use more people. Yes, definitely. You should definitely join.
If they had a debate, like, club, I would make us join that. That would be fun.
Yeah, that actually would be.
Why?
Well, for one, we could hang out every day, Hee-chan. She-chan and I are both in the student council. I don't really have a choice in it. Actually, She-chan is president.
I'm starting to get the suspicion that Shizune and Misha might not exactly be the most unbiased people to talk about this with.
Shut up and join.
As if reading my mind, Shizune quickly adjusts her glasses and signs something to Misha.
You're gonna blow it. Of course we're not trying to get you to join because we would obviously benefit from you joining the student council and therefore have an incentive to try and get you to...
So you're admitting that?
No. We admit nothing. I mean, Hee-chan, of course it would be nice if you joined and we'd appreciate it. But even without that, even without all that, joining the student council shows a healthy interest in working in the workings of one's school. I'm getting so tired I can't read. Yep, it's true, Hee-chan. Besides, don't you want to spend time with us after school, Hee-chan?
I can't tell if she's being genuine or if this is just really good acting. Both of them seem to be trying hard to look their cutest. Although, they're already pretty cute to begin with, you know what I mean? Hey, Zup! Well...
Sorry. So it's settled then. Welcome to the student council, Hee-chan.
What? We didn't even choose?
How can she cut him in his talk? Because of visual novel rules.
What? No. No!
No takebacks. Aww, see, She-chan? Of course it wouldn't go so easily. Yep, that's right. Though it would be boring if it went that smoothly. Oh well, She-chan owns me candy now.
You were betting on it? Hey, my life is not a game here.
Stop trying to kill me. I will murder you.
Shizune seems very intrigued by this when Misha signs it to her. The aggressive glint returns to her eyes.
Oh no, she's gonna rape us.
Might be worth it.
That's interesting, Hee-chan. I think we figured out which one you're gonna go for.
That's not what I said. Also, that's not what I said.
How about rich man, poor man, Hee-chan? If you lose, you have to join the student council.
No. Obviously not.
Absolutely.
Oh. Obviously not.
Aww, why not?
Well, because you two both have the same incentive, and therefore the same goal, which is to get me to join the student council, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that isn't my goal. But what this means is that both of you can team up, and I'll be at a clear disadvantage, so I will have to decline.
Hee-chan, I'm very offended. Are you saying you don't trust us and that we would pull something so disingenuous? That makes me sad. No, having to read it like that made me sad.
Sorry? It's hard to tell whether Shizune's influence ends and Misha's thoughts begin.
Misha doesn't have thoughts, silly.
She's just a puppet.
She's just a puppet. In order to atone for hurting young girls' feelings, you should definitely join the student council.
Oh. Well, I guess their student council shill game is up. No!
Fucking Jews. No, this is a 4chan game. How about a game of paper football instead of Rich Man Poor Man? What the fuck is Rich Man Poor Man?
It's a Japanese game, I think. I don't know. Paper football?
Yeah, it's a game they play in America. You make a paper triangle and then you try to shoot it past goalposts that the other player makes with their fingers. Isn't it cool? It's the ultimate form of competition between two people, He-chan. No, there are others.
Is that... it's from America?
I guess.
Or...
America, fuck yeah.
I don't get it. Sure.
And it's also played by elementary and middle school children. Chi-chan? This means it's a game that really separates the boys from the men. You do that in America? I've never seen anyone do that.
More like the boys from the slightly older boys. Anyway, I'm not going to play that either. Just the fact that you know about it means you're probably surprisingly good at it.
Yeah, that's true. How did you know, He-chan? Because he's not retarded?
Yet? Maybe we should get Misha the Wrangler.
I am the Wrangler.
Shizune frowns at Misha, telling me that she probably wasn't supposed to admit that so readily.
Okay, Shi-chan, that's the Wrangler.
I wouldn't say that I'm happy with their attempts to get me into the student council, but I'm a little curious about what the student council does here.
We make sure people don't think that we're not like everyone else.
We do nothing. We read
basically.
books. Hey, that's my job. I've never been on one before, or even know anybody who was a member. What interest. I also kind of like Shizune and Misha, so maybe it wouldn't be so bad.
Let's face it, you wish your job meant you didn't have to do anything.
If all I had to do was read all day, I'd be set.
Okay, He-chan, how about Risk? It's the game of world domination.
Ooh, yes! Let me play that one.
Oh yeah, I'm actually down for that shit. Yes!
I don't know what that is.
Hold on,
yes.
I'm about to teach you the best game ever.
He-chan, we're gonna have some fun, buddy.
It's really fun, He-chan. You fight for control of the world with armies and everything. Actually, it is a lot of fun. I haven't played it in years.
Sounds like Shizune would be good at it. So would I! Let me play it! Please!
If you want to play, we can after school. Oh, shut up and play it. Say yes. Aw, really, Shi-chan? We can play just for fun, He-chan. Shi-chan hasn't played in a long time. So if you want to, there are no strings attached.
Do it.
Yes!
No. Okay. Yes! Come on. Yeah,
and now we see the part written by Paul.
So do we get to be Hitler in this one, or are we going to be Churchill?
We're Japanese,
how's that going to work?
So...
Oh, right.
Okay, perfect. We'll see you after school in the student council room. Thanks, He-chan. You just joined without that.
Wait, why there?
Because it's convenient. Because that's where we keep the game. Actually, that makes sense.
It's totally not an attempt to get you to join the student council. I grimace to tell them. I grimace to tell them how much I do not like this, but it's more for show than anything. I actually really like Risk, and So God smite me, I will not stop myself from playing games I like.
I now want to play Risk.
So in the end, I agree. But only after getting Shizune to acknowledge that I don't mean anything concrete, just by accepting to take a look around and play a game with her.
Yes.
Lunch ends.
If you kill
We
the
go back to
if you kill the translator, then the deaf chick isn't gonna be able to talk to you.
That would be unfortunate. During afternoon classes, the long-haired girl comes back and sits down in her seat without a word. Again, no one seems to notice, or if they do, no one says anything. I want to ask Misha about it, but I don't want to be nosy. Wait a minute. Metal Gear Solid Risk set? Oh, Raz. Oh,
Wait,
buddy.
what?
Send me pictures.
Oh, dude,
man.
put some pictures in that.
Mmm.
That does sound nice.
That, I could use that in my life.
Hmm.
I need to find a set now. After
He's gonna
school,
come to the
she's
wedding
in
and steal that when you're not looking.
Sure, yeah, no. I mean, no. I wouldn't steal anything from you, Raz. When's the wedding? After school, Shizune and Misha quickly find me by the first floor lobby and latch onto me, covering each flank in case I might try to escape. I feel a little offended, but I'd been considering it. Nevertheless, I'm a bit disturbed that enough people have made a break for it in the past that they were on their guard. What's with the escort? This doesn't make me feel very comfortable. In fact, it makes me feel like a dangerous prisoner being transported to a cell
You are being transported to your cell.
for the rest of the year.
What's wrong, Hee-chan? That's right, we're just going to play a game of Risk, remember? You're so excited about it, it's so cute.
I don't know, Misha. This all seems a little sinister to me. I started thinking that when we sit down to play the game, they'll tie me down and torture me until I agree to join the student council.
But you'll get to play more Risk.
But he has a girl on each arm, and they're both cute. So I don't see the problem.
Apparently he does.
Well, that's highly unlikely, but still, for some reason, it just seems like he's so plausible. In the same vein, Katsu, a lot of people would consider him to be very lucky if he were tortured by two cute girls. I'm just gonna throw that one out there.
Toast has some weird fetishes.
Hey,
Actually,
hey,
no,
hey,
that's
wait a
not
minute.
that weird. It's actually really normal compared to some of the stuff Mr.
Wait a
Medicare
minute.
seems to be finding.
I've never said that.
You know you like being abused.
I don't know about that one. Getting to the student council room is as simple as turning two corners from where we started.
You like it when two girls butter you.
Hey, that's lewd.
That sounds so wrong, I'm sorry.
You leave the lewd out of here. What? And that's it? This makes you guys being so on top of me seem a little silly.
It was for your own protection. 2 weeks. The wedding's in 2 weeks.
Oh, beautiful.
That wasn't a no toast. That's not true, Hee-chan. She-chan says that when their life is threatened, people have shown the capability to pull off superhuman bursts of speed. What the fuck did you do to people?
Life is threatened?
Just ignore what I said.
Her expression unchanging, Misha signs something amusedly to Shizune, who makes a baffling a baffling face and puts her hands behind her back, looking pleased with her.
We're going to kill him.
Misha feigns deafness and hums cheerily. Stop that. I know you heard me. You have no excuse, unlike Shizune. Shizune opens the door to the student council room. It's very plain, sparsely decorated room, although it is quite large, maybe even larger than a classroom.
Both of it's supposed to be.
There's a big table in the center, surrounded by chairs, a smaller desk prominently placed in the back, that I assume is Shizune's. There are a few regular desks and chairs stacked to one side as well. Extras, perhaps? Aside from the tables and chairs, the rooms doesn't seem to offer much else. Offer that.
I think we're hitting that stage where maybe we should call it right here.
Do a couple more lines of dialogue. I want to see if we can play Risk.
Okay.
Just a...
I'm sorry, do you have more?
Yep, just a couple of filing cabinets and bookshelves stacked with old school records and documents. Not much else. In fact, nothing else. This is a pretty bleak room. I could at least put a potted plant in here or something. But the most noticeable thing that this room doesn't have is other people. Are we early?
No.
What do you mean, no? Does it mean nobody else is coming today?
Yep, that's right.
Are you in streamer mode?
Yeah, I don't know why that kept going on.
Before I managed to ask why that's the case, Shizune claps her hands together very energetically.
Hee-chan, let's play Risk. Come on, you promised, didn't you? You have to. Okay. Do you want to know the rules? We can explain to you while you set... We can explain to you while we set everything up.
While Misha is talking, Shizune takes out what looks to be a board game from behind one of the filing cabinets and throws it on the table. Actually, this looks kind of interesting.
So he's
Oh,
never
my
played
friend. Oh, my friend, we are going to have some fun.
Risk is a good way to lose friends.
After Misha spends a little too long for her liking running through the basics with a somewhat vague and confusing tutorial, Shizune cuts in and declares the game has started with a decisive motion, slicing her arm through the air. Shizune's aggressiveness is rubbing off onto me. I start feeling more competitive than I intended to be when I agreed to this. Halfway into the game, while I try to ponder how to defend against Shizune's assault from two fronts, she breaks my concentration by drumming her fingers on the table to get my attention.
Hee-chan, She-chan wants you to know that you are taking too long to make a move. You can't... No, that's not a rule.
I will take my time.
That's not a rule. She-chan also says that she will let you keep Australia if you agree to join the student council. You can have those little fucks.
Bargaining. This is where the bargaining begins.
Oh god, it's like...
No, I'm not gonna let you take Australia, you little... I thought this was a game with no strings attached.
Yeah, bitch, you believe that?
Just the fact that she would dangle that over my head as an offer means that she knows I care about the outcome of this game. And I do. And anyway, no. I can defend Australia very well, thank you.
She-chan admires your fighting spirit and would be a benevolent dictator who will spare your people if you agree to join the student council.
Let me play against her. You're so competitive, Shizune. She seems to take that as a compliment. I would expect the student council president to be a bit more magnanimous. Magnanimous.
Magnanimous.
Magnanimous. Sorry.
It's fine. Magnanimous?
She doesn't seem to know what the word means or how it's signed. So she pulls out a piece of paper and writes it for Shizune, who in return signs it back to Misha. Misha presses her index fingers against her temples as if trying to physically imprint the word into her memory. Suddenly, Shizune bursts into a flurry of gestures. Misha looks daunted by the haste or heated signing.
Ah, wait, please slow down! Shi-chan! Yi-chan! Shi-chan says you're going to lose!
Tell her I will crush her world empire with my rebellion. Hisao, my man!
Okay.
Those eyes of hers shine with childlike mischief.
Oh shit. She went full kitty mode. She says that you have no chance if you keep playing like this. No, you won't.
So now we have a choice to either be aggressive or to play defensive.
What
Now,
are you gonna pick?
in Risk, typically you're better off playing defensively for a good amount of time. She's already threatened to take Australia, so we're already in a bad position to play defensively. We have to play aggressively or else we're going to lose territory faster than we can get it.
It did say halfway through, so you're not in the early game anymore. Yeah, you're not in the early game anymore.
I would say attack aggressively. She's either really mocking me or trying to trick me. I have nothing else to lose, though, so I might as well try something different. Maybe if I spread out my forces and try to control more territories, I can recoup the advantage. And yes, my friend, yes you can. Shizune seems to focus on conquering whole nations, so maybe I can sacrifice my hold on continents to gain more small countries.
Not a bad idea.
It's worth a shot. And a few turns later, I end up losing the game anyway.
I think no matter what the outcome is, you lose.
Yeah. Shizune adjusts her glasses victoriously and allows herself to tentatively pump a fist into the air in celebration.
I win, yay!
There's no need to translate that. It was pretty clear.
Don't look so sad, Hee-chan. You were giving it your best. That's what I thought. Sometimes your best just isn't good enough, though. If anyone knows that, it's me. You did very well for someone who just learned how to play today.
Darn.
Hee-chan, you attacked Iceland and North America at the same time. That's a very daring move. Shi-chan is impressed. You get a pat in the head.
Yeah, two front wars don't work out well.
The mark of great people is that they are daring, and that they can follow through. You're already halfway there, isn't that great, Hee-chan? Hee-chan, what the fuck? I'm too tired for this shit.
And to follow through would be to join the student council. Yay!
That isn't enough, though. Just potential isn't enough. There's no point to potential if you don't take the first step, and there's no point to that if you don't keep going. I want to see more. You're right, Shi-chan, but that's so demanding.
Shizune leans forward suddenly, looking a lot less playful, and more like the serious person I expected her to be from the start.
Hee-chan, He-chan, would you like to join the student council? If you don't, I'm going to tie your ass up.
She really doesn't waste any time, does she?
No.
But if joining the student council means I can play Risk all day, yes,
Risk.
it has to be.
We have Risk.
It's only my second day of school, so I'm hesitant about committing to something so early. I haven't even taken a look at the other clubs yet. But spending time with Shizune and Misha doesn't seem like something I would hate. Still need more time to think about it before I decide for sure. Maybe. I'll get back to you on it.
Okay, He-chan, but I hope you're not just saying that so that we don't feel bad.
No, really.
Hi, He-chan. If you... Oh, I'm sorry, did I skip?
No, keep going, you're good.
He-chan, if you're going to say that, you're saying that it is definitely the truth, and that there can't be any mistaking it. Well, fuck, I've gone full Rick. I'm too tired.
I know. I guess I should have my revenge for losing, at the very least. Shizune smiles at that in a mischievous way that feels like twisting the knife before in the wound of my loss. Take a glance at the clock on the wall and realize I've spent far longer playing Risk than I expected.
Welcome to Risk.
Beautiful game. Sorry, I think I have to go. I wanted to go to the library. It's not closed yet, is it? Shizune scratches her head and gestures at Misha. How hard can it be to determine whether the library is open? There's a clock right there on the wall.
It should be, unless the librarian is absent. I think you're right, Chi-chan. We think the library is open. It's on the second floor. Can't miss it. Do you want us to show you where it is?
No thanks. That's okay. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
On the one flight of stairs up, and I run into some problem.
I think it's a perfect place to leave it.
Alright. That's a good spot.
Oh, hey, guess what? My mouse is dead. Hold on. You gonna work? Yeah, you're gonna work now. Just gotta shorten it, I think. Here we go. Let's go ahead and hit that save. So thank you guys for joining us, and hopefully we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Hey.
Take my